Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome to the first chapter of Let's Play Zak McKracken and the Alien Mindbenders. Now historically this is a notable game. It was the second game ever made by Lucasfilm Games right after Maniac Mansion. It was the second game designed using their trademark Scum engine. It is a radically different game than Maniac Mansion, though, and most of the other games that Lucasfilm was making at the time. It was originally meant to be a more serious, dramatic exploration game, along the same lines as Indiana Jones, but set in the not-too-distant future. But Ron Gilbert, the mind behind Maniac Mansion and Monkey Island, convinced the designer David Fox that they should try and make it a little bit more comedic to make it more accessible. So there's a little bit of tonal shift here and there. I think that's why, unlike Maniac Mansion, this one didn't quite take off, although it did attract enough of a fan following that there have been two fan-made games, not made by the original team, but using the same characters. There's not much else to say beyond it other than that I am playing the Good Old Games version of it, which was a reskin of the game done with 256 color VGA graphics. The original one was 16 colors and made for the Commodore 64, which then got ported over to Amiga, PC, and whatnot there. And originally the game came out in 1988. The PC version came out around the same time. They then did a updated graphics version with slightly more up-to-date graphics, but still 16 color for the PC a couple years later, which is the only one that I've played. So we're getting a bit of a treat here because I have played this one. I know how to get through it. I'm glad we're getting the version that doesn't have all the copyright protection. Ask your parents, it was annoying, kids. But with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the opening movie. Hey, that's me! Tabloid reporter spaces out in dream. This will make sense eventually. Next morning. Zak, what am I going to do with you? But boss, I'll never win a Pulitzer working for this sleazy tabloid. I'm sick of making up stupid stories. Then make up stories that aren't stupid. Look, just do this last feature, then you can do your novel. Here's your ticket to Seattle. I want more than that vicious two-headed squirrel that's been attacking campers. Oh, all right. And while you're there, give me pictures of Spider-Man. The first UFO sighting happened up on Mount Rainier 50 years ago. Write it up, too. Tabloid reporter strangles boss over lousy assignment. What was that? Nothing, boss. What should I take on this exciting trip? I should make a drawing of that map I saw in my dream. And yeah, that is the only clue you get, that you are supposed to, do something involving that dream, and also that that dream is important. Alright, so we have nothing in our inventory at the moment apart from our ticket. And this is already a change from the version I played. The original Zak McKracken game I played, the only background noise was the ticking of your cat clock. Here we've got this background traffic noise. But this room does give us a chance to test out the interface, which this has a lot more commands than LucasArts used in their later releases. Where we've got push, pull, give, open, close, read, walk to, pick up what is, and the annoyingly you do have to use walk to. You can't just click and it automatically thinks, oh, he must want to walk around. There's put on, take off, use, and turn on and turn off. And we can try all of these here because we can pull the shade. We can turn on the lamp. Nice little effect of the light coming through the windows anyway. Although curiously that doesn't seem to light the room even though it is daylight out. And there's no simple just look at command, so I can't look at it and say, oh, I better hurry. This is no time for sleeping. I have a plane to catch. Come with me, Sushi. Yep, we're going to take our pet fish with us. Thankfully, we don't need to use the what is command. We can click on things and automatically highlight it. So let's go ahead and pick up our phone bill. And we can read the ticket. Point of departure San Francisco is refundable. 1138, I better pay this soon. Nothing to read on Sushi. Alright, so we have a phone. That was annoying. Yeah, I'll hang it up. Good idea. Anyway, you'll notice that there's a little bit of torn wallpaper here, which we can tear off the wall. Whoops, like we didn't intend to do that. And down here, plastic card. It says it's our cash card because, weirdly enough, when this game came out originally back in 1988, debit cards were not as prevalent as they are when I record this in 2023. And here's our first major puzzle. Oh no, I pushed it way under the desk! And we are going to need our cash card to get to the airport. But first things first, we're going to open the drawer and find a kazoo. And yes, we can use the kazoo. That's the only song I know. And yet, the version I played originally, it was Pop Goes the Weasel. Apparently, they did get the money and the rights cleared for the indie theme. And our couch is a bit of a mess at the moment. So let's pick up the seat cushion. And meanwhile, in a secret room... I just talked to the king. He said the machine is working perfectly. Yeah, working perfectly. He said in just a few more days all the Earthlings will be stupider than we are. Yeah, stupider than we are. I think you've been hanging around the machine too long. Yeah, too long. I think I need a new partner. Yeah, new partner. See ya. Right, so that will probably make sense eventually. But yeah, pick up the cushion, good idea. This place is a mess. And you'll note we have a power cord. We can use the power cord in the power outlet, which will turn the TV on. But, like most modern TVs, there's no button to just turn it on. You need the remote. Doesn't have any controls on it. Where would we find the remote? Well, we can pick up the seat cushion, find the remote, and use the remote control. Good morning, San Francisco. This is Lori Amore. We'll continue with today's top story about the Yale Co-ed's mission to Mars after this important message. Hello, I'm Annie Laris from the Society of Ancient Wisdom in San Francisco. Gosh, she looks very familiar, like she's the woman of my dreams. Where have I seen her before? Our quest for a greater understanding of the past can make for a better world today. But we need your help. Please deposit artifacts in our 14th Avenue drop slot. I promise they will be returned undamaged. Thank you for your time. Now for Mars, one of the women who made this dangerous journey, Melissa China. Hi there. Melissa, why have you and your friend Leslie traveled all the way to Mars? We had dreams in which an alien told us how to convert our van into a spaceship. We were told to fly to Mars and await further instructions. So here we are. I see. And have you received your instructions? No, we haven't talked to any intelligent beings since we landed, but we're willing to wait. Oops, my helmet says my oxygen level is low. I have to go refill it. Okay, Melissa, thank you and good luck. We'll continue with today's top story about the universal stupidity epidemic. After this... After this story about the universal stupidity epidemic. If you've been feeling increasingly stupid lately, you're not alone. Scientists are baffled by a mysterious buzz that's affecting people worldwide. The 60-cycle hum seems to come from every telephone line on the planet. A spokesperson for the phone company refused to comment. Yeah, kids, back in the day, there was only one phone company that ran all of the landlines. And yeah, it's going to repeat at this point. So we'll go ahead and use the remote control to switch the TV off. And continue exploring Zak's apartment, where we have a butter knife. There is also a garbage disposal switch. And under the cabinet we have a box of crayons, which we can pick up. Only one yellow crayon left. Well, let's use the yellow crayon on the torn wallpaper. I drew the map from my dream on it. And this gives us a map showing a couple different points. I don't feel like cooking. But we've got nothing in the fridge anyway except for one egg. And I don't feel like cooking. And we can pick up the small key. And now that we have the butter knife, long finned object with an unscrupable handle, use the butter knife with the plastic card. Yay, it's my cash card. And the magical thing about this card is we can look at it and immediately know how much money we have. So Zachary McKracken balance is $12,250, which is way more money than I think any professional rider would actually have in their checking account. But here's one other fun thing. We can pull up the rug corner. Note there's some loose boards. And we can use the butter knife with the loose boards. Oops, I bent it. So we can't use that to pry open the loose boards. But why would we want to, you wonder? Well, not the right tool for the job, but we can still get some use out of this bent butter knife. How, you ask? Well, we're going to have to venture outside of our apartment to answer that question. And the traffic noise continues even once we're out on the street. But here we can use the small key in our mailbox. Check out the neighborhood. Over here on the left we have Les Becqueries. And we'll go ahead and read the sign here. Closed for service, push doorbell. We're closed, and we are out of fresh bread anyway. Oh, you can keep pushing it. Listen, you don't want the bread we have left. Go away, or I will taunt you a second time. Okay, you asked for it. And nothing happens, but we now have a loaf of stale bread. And here, right next to Zach's apartment, we have TPC, the phone company. Now, we could pay our phone bill at this point, but that's not the right thing to do. Tum-de-dum. And you'll notice that this employee is wearing a big hat with eye holes in it and a pair of Groucho Marx glasses. There is also a payphone here and a plant. And we cannot pick the plant up. The phone company, please pay your bills here. See ya. Well, what's the application that I just picked up? The King Fan Club, don't delay, join today. Well, we luckily have this handy yellow crayon to fill it up with. Well, it's all filled out and the postage is prepaid. So we can now use the application with the mailbox. And it is now ready to mail off. But we finished rolling down the street. You know, we have a bus here, but the bus driver appears to be asleep. And note it's bus driver 42. We have a very nice view of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge there, but 14th Avenue, hey, that sounds familiar. We got Lou's Loans. We buy almost anything from almost anyone. Society for Ancient Wisdom deposits slots in, or artifacts in slot. And then we have Bob E. Pinn's Hair Salon. Closed permanently. Owner locked out. This by way of being a subtle hint as to what we might need a giant bobby pin for. It's connected with wires. Well, the only place we can go at the moment is Lou's Loan, so let's see what we got. And hey, we got rid of that annoying buzzing noise. Okay, so let's buy the nose glasses. Come over here. That'll be $3, friend. That's a good price for Groucho glasses. Here's my cash card. It's a bargain at $3. Yeah, I think we can right-click to skip all that dialogue, so we will do that. So, buy the toolkit. It's a bargain at $45. Let's see, buy the golf club. We will buy the hat. We can also buy a wetsuit. That's my last wetsuit with transparent gloves. That way we don't have to make Zak's hands change color. But note that there is a Maniac Mansion poster here. And what is lets us highlight everything worth looking at, or everything we can interact with. So we have Lotto, a buy window, a sell window. And we can buy the guitar. But we can get some money back too. We can sell the bent butter knife. Gotta go to the sell window. I'd like to sell this to you. Oh! Wow! What a beautiful silver sculpture. I'm adding this to my art collection. Give me your cash card. Here. Thanks. Here's $1,500 for it. A pleasure doing business with you. And yes, you can sell the stuff in your inventory if you need the money, but it should be impossible to run out, especially once you find a way to rig the lottery. Okay, so that toolkit is going to be an incredibly useful purchase because we are going to open the toolkit. Wow, look at all this stuff. We have rope, we have duct tape, we have wire cutters, and we have a monkey wrench. Well, I just so happen to have some wires that need cutting. So we will use the wire cutters on the bobby pin sign. And we now have a giant bobby pin suitable for picking a giant lock. Okay, so now we can put on the hat. We can put on the nose glasses. And now that we are cunningly disguised, we can open the counter door. Hello. And we can now use our phone bill with the terminal. There, now my bill is $0. I'll stamp it paid and leave it here. And we can also go into this secret area. It's empty. And there's an Indiana Jones and Last Crusade video game poster back here. There's also this machine that just says on and on. So yeah, we have no way of messing with this alien machinery, although we can sneak back here easily enough. See ya. But we're not done just yet. So we're going to head home. Take off our clever disguise. And we are going to use the monkey wrench on the pipe. Why? Because now we can use the stale bread in the sink. we now have some very stale breadcrumbs. And we can use the monkey wrench to fix the pipe. And we can use Sushi in the sink. Hey Sushi, hope you're happy in there. So yes, our fish is happily in the sink. And you're probably wondering, could you have used the disposer to make fine sushi? You could have, but why would you want to, you sick person? But one other thing we can do, and we probably won't need to in this playthrough, but you can use the monkey wrench on the loose boards. We can use the rope on the desk drawer. Actually, we have to, I remember now, close the door, use the rope on the door. Down we go! Up we go! And go ahead and push the rug corner. So yes, we now have a back way into the secret room at the phone company, should we need it. And why would we need it? Well, we'll get to that, and come to think of it, I'll probably screw things up once because there is a secret prison back there. And you might occasionally need to break yourself out of it. But they give you a couple options for doing that. Now, how are we going to get the attention of the bus driver? Hey, what are you doing waking me up? I guess you want to go to the airport. Well, climb aboard. And yes, we do need our cash card in order to use the mass transit system. All right, let's go. And we can read the newsstand. Co-eds discover mile-long face on Mars. Want to buy a book on enlightenment? Well, I don't, but we do actually need it, so give a cash card to... Highlighting this guy is very tricky. That'll be $42. Yes, 42. Nice little Douglas Adams reference there. May you find true enlightenment. And let's take a look at the book. It's How to Raise Your Consciousness and Lower Your Golf Scores. It was written by a guru in Nepal named Swami Hanalanda. Hold on, wait a minute. I think it was Hamilanda. Swami Halawanda. I'll read it later. Well, we're all set to leave San Francisco and head to Seattle. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here in the first chapter here because we're going to need to do some stuff on the plane, and the timing on it is pretty tricky, particularly because I think the good old version, good old games version of the game, it's based off the time clock, and you don't get much time on the plane going from Seattle to San Francisco, so I don't think we're going to be able to do everything in one try, but there is one thing we're going to need to get off the plane, and I'm going to explain all that a little bit more clearly next time. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we will continue the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.